Banang perculu susu ikipat nyorep kajala baki nangla menteri stom hakaliang karep karyang kamtam ban pemiru sibun ki marem ki ban kentiuru ya kayok kakot jongki bak kajala hi borokawai. Nakaliang ka Agriculture Technology Management Agency Ribo District hakajinga terelangru barka Krishi Vigyan Kendra umyam kala pelong ya ka program lane kayo peninam ya ki marem baper lane ka district level kisan mela ajar ka kendai ya ka bala pelong mentaka sengi hakajaka jongka KVK umyam. Hakane ka sengi lembakane program lawan ban yasi mentaru daki pat norep ki bala mikman na ki sinjuk baper jongka tem Ribo District. Hakabala pencit pesengan langru hakane ka program da ka jingi si mentalang da UKN Kumar ubade Agriculture Production Commissioner ka jela UBK Behera ubade Udin ka CAU ka Kong M Dekhar Project Director ka ATMA Ribo District uba G Shela District Horticulture Officer Ribo District lembat kiwi ki officer lengba kane ka yo pin inam yaki marep jong ki pat nyorep ka district la sakiru ya ka jeng pin ipai ba yaki marep ba per bala penmi da ki pat nyorep la airu ya ka jing ai jing tim hakaliang karep karyang hapo ka jela khamtam kumno ban kentiru ya kayo kakot jong ki pat nyorep ba ka jela hi berkawai
miss any such opportunity where I can get to see the farmers and interact with them. And as Agriculture Production Commissioner of the state, I think it is my responsibility and duty to meet the farmers as much as possible. So here is an opportunity, and I am grateful that I have been given this opportunity to be present with you this morning. On this day, I do not think that there is any need for very long speeches. I only would like to speak about three important things which are important for our state. The first is that Meghalaya is a very small state, and within the land that we have, we can only develop proper agriculture in only 15% of our land area. That means 85% of the people will have to live on whatever is produced in just this 15% of the land that we have, which is available for agriculture. So we can never compete with large states like Andhra Pradesh or Maharashtra or Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh when it comes to production. We can never have that kind of volumes to compete with anybody in this country. So therefore, we have to always look at what we are good at, and whatever diversity that we have, how well can we protect it, especially the crop diversity, which is very important. Now, I'm just trying to tell you this. Now, there are so many types of ginger that we have in our state. There is a black ginger, there is a regular ginger, and also our state produces different types of turmeric. And the best quality turmeric, Lakadong turmeric, is available in our state. So what we have to do is produce what we are best at, and that we should produce in large volumes so that we can get better return, rather than trying to do what others are doing and competing with them. It's never possible. I want you to know that. This is the first point I want to make, that whatever can get us the best value, we should produce more of it. We can grow different types of ginger. In fact, I was just going through the types of ginger that we have. It's an amazing variety that we have. Some of them are medicinal, some of them are so very rare that they are not available anywhere else in the country. So we should produce them in much larger quantities and get better value for our farmers. Instead of trying to produce what others produce, we can never match them in terms of the volumes or in terms of the quality of production, etc. That is one point. The second point that I want to place before you is, the government of Meghalaya has recently established a directorate for food processing. I don't want that our people should sell, our farmers should sell the primary commodity, the raw material. We should convert everything into value-added products. then only we should market them. Then we will get better value for our farmers. Now, I have seen this as an example. Let me mention this to you. Starting from June, July, August, September, we have huge production of squash. The squash is there everywhere. In fact, it is such a beautiful vegetable that it grows so very much without any of our human intervention at all. And it clogs our drains in Shillong, you must have noticed. But farmers get only 1 rupee 50 paise or 2 rupee 50 paise maximum per kilo. But farmers do not know what to do with it. So therefore, if they can sell it, they will sell it. Otherwise, they simply dump it. It's wasted. We are wasting almost 40% of what we are producing in our state. It's never good. And on the other hand, our pigs, they love to eat squash, but not in the form in which it is available. If we can convert this squash into something like a powder form and mix it with the feed of the pigs, then we won't have any problem with respect to procuring the feed for pigs. I know that farmers have to spend anything up to 25 rupees a kilo to buy proper feed for the animals. But if they can convert some of this available squash, which is currently being wasted, and they get nothing for it, then they will save the money that they are spending on preparing the pig feed or buying the pig feed from the market. They are small things. There are so many such items which are available within our own local community, which we are not taking full advantage of. That is why Lakadong people, especially in Shangpung and Laskin blocks, I have given them a direction that they should never sell Lakadong rhizomes, the seed material for other states. We should never do that. What I think we should do is to convert it into powder and market it. I'll give you an example. When you sell this Lakadong turmeric in the market in the rhizome form, you get at the best 30 rupees to 35 rupees a kilo. But the moment you slice it and then sun dry it and then market it, it is 120 rupees a kilo. Now if you convert it into powder and then market it, it is 400 rupees a kilo. And if you can extract the curcumin out of it, it is 3,500 rupees a kilo. Now what our people are doing, they are buying the turmeric rhizome from us, they are converting it into slices and then they are marketing at 120 rupees, thereafter 400 rupees, thereafter they don't have enough Lakadong turmeric powder. So what they do, they mix it with others and they market it as if it is Lakadong turmeric. Actually it is not. They're mixing with other kinds of turmeric and then making it, branding it and then selling it as if it is Lakadong turmeric. So in the process, our farmers are losing out.